Social justice, a constitutive dimension of witnessing the gospel.
A theologian once described the spirituality of social justice as theology walking on both feet. Mission spirituality must involve actions on behalf of justice. St. James says, "Faith without actions is dead." He continues, "I will show you my faith by my actions." There is a similar theme running through the document Justice in the World, the great 1971 statement from the Synod of World Bishops. Action on behalf of justice and participation in the transformation of the world fully appear to us as a constitutive dimension of the preaching of the gospel. The Synod goes on to state that unless the Christian message of love and justice shows its effectiveness through action in the cause of justice in the world, it will not gain credibility with the people of our times. Mission spirituality, besides the personal dimension, engages the world and creation and builds the reign of God by committing Christians to actively transform unjust economic, political, and social structures that cause suffering and deny people the right to have life to the full. This is the practice of social justice. Today, our relationship with Jesus is expressed in our relationship with those who live in poverty. True holiness means to be faithful and to establish justice and right. Pope Francis echoes this truth. The measure of the greatness of a society is found in the way it treats those most in need, those who have nothing apart from their poverty. The gospel calls us to become new women and new men in service to people and society. It calls us to become aware of those structures that cause human suffering and to make a commitment to change them. Many times, our experience on mission graphically inserts us into situations of human suffering. Our mission spirituality calls us to promote justice in all spheres of life, especially by taking sides with those caught in poverty. Pope Paul VI's encyclical, Octogengesima Adveniens, reminds us, "It is not enough to recall principles, state intentions, point to crying injustice, and utter prophetic denunciations, for these words will lack real weight unless they are accompanied by each individual by a livelier awareness of personal responsibility and by effective action." A mission spirituality which includes social justice is concrete, not abstract, not neutral, but committed, not polite, but prophetic. Living this spirituality and actually doing social justice is not an easy task. The process of action and reflection, of learning by doing and becoming engaged in issues often requires a conversion on the part of the missionary, especially when he or she returns home to his own church. Pope Paul VI stated in his apostolic letter a call to action. It is the role of Christian communities to analyze the situation in their own country, to reflect upon the meaning of the gospel, and to draw norms for judgments and plans of action from the teachings of the Church and their own experience. In order to more fully understand the plight of those in poverty and oppression, we need to be present among them, to listen to their stories, and become involved in their attempts to receive greater justice. We need to go out to them on mission. By doing this, we will learn much about their plight and we will understand better how we can help change their situation especially by standing with them. After all, they are our friends. Jesus asks us to read the signs of the times and to analyze the economic, political, and social structures that cause human suffering. There are many ways we can live our mission spirituality, especially its call to social justice.